What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 9, the reunion part 1, you guys. So, before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking out of this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into this episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, you guys. Shall we? All right, you guys. So, you guys know that when it comes to reunions, I watch the uncensored versions on Peacock because I'm somebody that loves to hear cursing. So that is what I did, and it was good. It was a good reunion, part one for me. So this reunion opens up, and it is 12 hours after Karen was found guilty of the DUI, right? And also in the they also show clips of when she got she got arrested. I was like, wow, y'all really showing that, huh? I ain't too mad at it. I ain't really all that so mad at it, but I was just like, okay, cool. Again, I ain't that mad at the situation, right? So then we see the producer, and we see Karen in that disheveled ass wig. And so they're talking to Karen about, how she felt about it. And honestly, you guys, I don't feel no empathy for Karen. Just keeping it a buck with you guys. I feel nothing for Karen because Karen went through this entire season maintaining that she would be found innocent and all that kind of stuff, right? Only for us to find out that Karen is, in fact, guilty. That video alone, if I know recently she fired her attorney, but it's like, girl, you went through all that bullshit and you told us you would be vindicated in the end, but you're not vindicated. Like nothing. I don't know why Karen even felt she would be vindicated. I don't even know what gave Karen the idea that she would be vindicated. But okay, she said she would be vindicated. We see that that was we see that that was straight up a bullshit lie. So the producers asked her, how did she feel when it happened? She said that her heart dropped, but she accepts responsibility for what happened. I was like, Karen, that's a lie. Because again, like I just said, you've gone through this entire season painting yourself out that you would be found guilty, you would be found innocent. And again, I don't understand for the life of me why Karen felt that way. What gave her the idea that she would be found, not guilty. I'm assuming Karen probably. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume Karen forgot that that cop had his dash, his body cam on. I'm just gonna assume that she forgot that stuff, right? And that's fine. If she forgot, she forgot. But it's fascinating to me. So she also said she feels bad, because her family is hurt, her kids. I was like, but Karen, were you really thinking about your family when you got your ass behind that fucking the wheel of that fucking car? Like, Karen is full of shit. She's getting on my nerves. What's up, yeah? You say either her celebrity in air quotes or either her celebrity or she thought the footage would not be used. I think that's what Karen was going for. Because I remember at one point, I know that her attorneys were trying to get that footage removed, but it's like, because if you remember in the video, she kept telling the man that she didn't want to be recorded. But I'm like, Karen, that ain't gonna stop the man from recording you. Like that's not gonna stop him from recording you. Like Karen really pissed me off. And then we're gonna talk about it as we get into the review, why she really pissed me off. So we see as the girls, they're getting ready for the reunion. Stacy. I like you a lot, Stacey, but I hate that wig you had on your head. Like something that wig just needed to be, it needed a part, it needed to be plucked more. It was just a no. Ashley doesn't feel that Karen's going to come to the reunion because Karen has lied so much. And I was like, yeah, Karen has lied this entire season that she would be vindicated. I mean, Thomas Jefferson's concubine thought she was going to be vindicated, but okay. Ugh. So we see Wendy and Kiana as they're in, I don't know whose dressing room they were in, right? But they were talking and they were wondering if Karen was going to come to the reunion. So Wendy called up Karen on the phone and it went straight to voice. It rang a little bit, but then it went to voicemail. So we see as the ladies are coming out on stage, as much as it pains me to say this, Jazelle looks nice. It pains me to say she looks nice. Ashley looks nice minus this hair. I just don't know what this hair is doing. Kiana looks good. It was funny when Mia came out. Mia tripped, and Jazelle was like, Jazelle was happy to see her trip. I was like, well, damn. She said that's about right. So Andy asked the ladies, have any of them talked to Karen? And I think a few of them said they talked to her before Christmas, and I know some of them said around New Year's, right? So they haven't really talked to Karen that much. So Andy told them that Karen has checked herself into a recovery center. And I think they all had the same question that a lot of us had. Is Karen really checking herself into a recovery center because she believes she has a problem? Or is Karen turning herself into a recovery center because she's trying to lessen whatever her sentence would be? So Stacy has to chime in and say, let's give Karen some grace. It's like, Stacy, shut up. I do like you, but please shut up. Because if this was anybody else, Karen would have her foot on their neck. Like, let's not forget how she, despite how I feel about this woman, let's not forget the way Karen stayed on Robin about Juan. So if Karen can do it to other people, we can do it to Karen. So we're not going to play, oh, Karen's not here to defend herself. Karen knew that she wasn't going to come to, when that video released. I think Karen knew once that video released, and they probably knew when the reunion was going to film. Karen knew long ago she was not going to that damn reunion. Smart, I will say it's a smart move to not go to the reunion, because if she had to go to the reunion and talk about this stuff, that could still hurt her in sentencing. So as much as I don't see it for Karen right now, I'm gonna let her have it. That was a smart move, right? So then Karen sent a video to the ladies, right? And this is the part where I was kind of confused, because she thanked everybody in the under the mulberry bush, right? So she started out by thanking Jazelle because I guess Jazelle sent her some flowers and there was a card attached to it, and she liked the message that was in the card and it reminded her of her and Giselle's friendship. I was like, okay, blah, 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 bullshit. So then she decides to thank Kiana. She said that, Kiana says that Karen's going to take care of us, take care of everything. And that's exactly what she's doing. I was like, more Karen deflection, more Karen bullshit. Okay, Karen, keep on going, girl. Then she thanked Jazzy. I was like, Jazzy, Jazzy, Jazzy. Come on, Karen. What, we don't even like, we didn't even remember. I didn't even remember Jazzy for the later half of the season. So you thanking Jazzy for this? I'm like, okay, Karen, whatever. So then she thanked Candace, even though Candace is not a part of this group and Candace is not on this stage. So Candace wasn't going to see this until we saw it, if Candace is in fact watching this season. And then she said there's one other person she needs to thank, and she thanks Andy Cohen. I was like, oh wow. So you didn't thank the one person, like everybody on this stage, with the exception of Stacy, Wendy have been on your neck all season about this. Ashley said something about it. Jazelle has made her little comments in her interview about it. Mia has made comments about it. Kiana has stood up for you too. You thank everybody except for two people who were your friends and defended you. This is seeing this video. is the Karen that I can't stand, the Karen that lies, the Karen that is full of deflections. This is the Karen that I don't see it for and I can't go up for. So after that, Andy noticed that Wendy seemed a little bit unmoved by what Karen said, right? And Wendy was like, I don't really want to take away from her. And Mia was like, but you were there, but you defended her all season against me. And she was like, I did, right? And so she said, seeing that video coupled with what Stacy said on the finale episode, that person on that video is not her friend. And I was like, you're right. She's not your friend. And I'm gonna say this, and people can feel however they want to feel. If you guys want to be upset, be upset. But I'm gonna call it out. It's we've talked about colorism on this show, right? And we've talked about it with Jazelle. We've talked about it with when it comes to Jazelle, Robin, and Ashley, right? We've never really discussed it with Karen when it came to Wendy, because season 5 of Potomac, Karen didn't want Wendy on here. Karen didn't think that Wendy was a good fit for this show, but she could never say why the girl wasn't a good fit for the show. And then after Monique ended up leaving season 5, Karen had nobody that she was, because she was really on the outs with the girls season 5. The only person that she could align herself with going into season 6 was Wendy. And that's exactly what she did. I feel like Karen played the long game, realizing, okay, I ain't got nobody else to really film with, so let me go over here. I really don't see it for this girl. She ain't really somebody that I would rock with. Let me film with her so that way I have allies. And then for from season 6, 7, and 8, it was Candace, Karen, and Wendy who were on the outs, right? So they bonded and made a friendship with each other. But I also think that was strategic for Karen as well, right? And we're gonna talk a little bit more about Karen, because I can say how I like Karen. But I can also call Karen out, and I feel a way about Karen because Karen has done some things behind the scenes to the girls. But again, Karen gets away with certain things. But we'll talk about it. Now, Jazelle said that Wendy should have known. Well, she knew that Karen wasn't her friend because she said, "I've told you that. I've said it here on this stage. I've said it, season 5 at Monique's lake house." And Wendy was like, "But I didn't trust your ass." And so she said, but when it comes down to Karen, Karen never showed her that she wasn't her friend. And I don't think she was going to show you that because strategically, she needed someone to be on this show to film with when, like I said, season 5, the girls were pissed off at Karen because Karen was, on the side of Monique instead of being 100% on Candace's side, right? Put a pin in that. We'll come back to it a little later, right? So then Andy talked about the video, right? And Andy said that at the end of the video, he noticed that the facade of the Grand Dame dropped. I was like, did it really? Did the facade really drop? Yes, she said that, even though she said Jazelle and Andy can argue about which one of them gave her the title Grand Dame, but now she's going to go for it as Karen Huger. Girl, what the fuck does that mean? Like, please explain to me what that means. You're going to go for it as Karen Huger. This is why I say when it comes to Karen, I like Karen, but Karen really do irk my nerves sometimes. It's just like, girl, and they all said that, once she does drop the facade of Grand Dame, she is very fun. And I do believe that Karen is a fun person. The thing with Karen is going this, like season 1 through, I forget which season I started liking Karen. But from season 1, I know from season 1 through 3, I didn't like Karen a whole lot because you could see how fake Karen was, right? Karen wanted to be all prim and proper. She wanted to be Miss Etiquette and, married to the Black Bill Gates. You know what? It was season 3 when she had to deal with when Ray's tax issues came about, when that facade really had to drop, when people realized, girl, you ain't got money like you say. You probably ain't broke, but you ain't just swimming in money like you want people to believe. So the whole facade of the Grand Dame, I don't know if it's gonna drop or not because I don't think Karen can. The thing about Karen is how much can she, how does Karen show up being authentic is the question going forward, right? Because here's the thing that I also will say. We can feel however we want to feel about Robin and Sharice, right? We don't like, most of us don't like Robin and most of us don't like Sharice, right? But Robin and Sharice over the years have said these things about Karen, and we've kind of just said fuck them and blew it off because we didn't see it from them, right? And now this shit happens, right? So Karen, you know, I feel away. I really do feel away about Karen. I really do. I'm wondering, if Karen comes back for season 10, she's gonna have to like really is she's gonna have to go through a redemption arc, so to speak, right? Karen, here's the thing: if Karen had came into this season the way that Shannon went into her the last season of Real Housewives of Orange County, I think Karen would have been received and perceived a whole lot better than what she's leaving season 9, right? Because we know what happened with Shannon. Shannon had a DUI. Shannon drove and hit someone's home. Granted, Shannon's was caught on camera too. And the difference between Shannon and Karen's is Shannon's was released right after it happened. Karen's was released, the whole the whole body cam footage was released months later after the verdict was read. Honestly, Karen should have came in like what Shannon did, right? Because if you guys watch OC, Shannon accepted accountability. She took responsibility for what happened in her with her DUI crash, right? She went into the I can't remember what season. I think we're on season 18, right? She went into season 18. Everybody was trying to give it to her. Tamara was trying to give it to her, right? But the viewers were able to the viewers were able to be on Shannon's side this past season, even when it comes to Alexis. The way that Mia and Jacqueline were coming for her, if she did what Shannon did, things would have been so much easier for Karen. Give me just a second, you guys. One of my teammates just asked me to be a sure. Hold on, you guys. But yeah, I mean, if Karen had done like just been, I mean, like Shannon, I keep saying it. Had she done something like what Shannon did, I think Karen would be received a whole lot better than what she is, right? So then after that, we move on to discuss how Wendy showed up this season, right? We talked about her 40th birthday. So Andy asked her about, the lighter side of her, and she feels like, leaving her position was a weight lifted off of her. And so she didn't have to live up to these expectations of what a professor should be and all that kind of stuff. And I agree with that, right? Because I mean, let's not forget the season that she got her body done. Let's not forget the whole substance comment from Robin and Jazelle. Like, let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. But she's still teaching, but I think she's an adjunct teacher at this point. But don't quote me on that. Yeah. So Yah says also Jesus exactly. Jesus just helped Shannon because of how she came at her. It was easier to not focus on her DUI and focus on Jesus Jugs being a horrible person trying to have a moment. Exactly. And Karen could have flipped that with Mia and Jacqueline. Karen could have flipped that with Mia and Jacqueline because Mia and Jacqueline were looking for a moment, and especially when we found out that Mia, when they put two and two together about Mia lying about G and all this stuff, like Karen could have really flipped this the same way Shannon did. She really could have flipped this, but Karen wanted to come in here on some bullshit saying, "Oh, I'm innocent. Oh, I'm going to be vindicated," and all this kind of stuff, which I don't. Again, for the life of me, I just don't get it. I know at some point her attorneys had to have saw this damn video footage. They had to have saw it. You can't tell me that they didn't. Like, you cannot pay me to believe that those people didn't. So Andy asked Giselle and Wendy, well, talking about how light she was. He said it also probably had to help you and Giselle making up. I was like, that was bullshit. I was like, that was you and the other producers getting sitting them two down and making them have a conversation. But both Giselle and Wendy said, yeah, it was an added bonus. I was like, bullshit. Then they also talked about the fact that they sat down for 2 hours. They had a conversation. They're saying nice, pleasant things about each other, but I still honestly don't buy it. But you know what? If they want to move forward that way, then fine. I'm just gonna let them have it. I don't really give a damn. I'm gonna let it go and move on. So then, Andy asked how Happy Eddie is doing, and she said it's doing good. And then Stacy is talking about how much she likes it. I think Kiarna says she likes it. Now, am I the only person that's confused? Because Jazelle had a lot of smoke for Stacy in this part one of the reunion, and I don't understand where it's coming from and why she got so much smoke for Stacy, but she got smoke for Stacy because Giselle says to Wendy that, oh, well, Stacy is gonna start her own Happy Stacy line, and I was like, okay. I mean, here's the thing with the cannabis business. Let's not sit here and pretend like that ain't a lucrative business. Anybody that can get in there and make money from it, there's a lot of money to be made, and especially in DC, it is weed is legal in DC. So, because I remember when I went to DC last summer for Memorial Day weekend, me and my cousins we tried to go to a dispensary, tried to get some, but they wanted us to have a medical ID card. I was like, man, fuck that. I don't want. I just want some weed. Like, give me the weed. But neither here nor there, right? And I also noticed that Ashley was over there chiming in as well when Giselle was chiming in. I was like, Ashley, how about you do me a solid favor? Sit there, put the up to the shut, and shut up. Like, I really want to ask you just to shut up because you have no storyline. And I'm hoping and praying that this is your last season on this show because, again, you have no storyline. Your storyline just wrapped up last week. You got the divorce. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but you finally are divorced from that creep, Michael. Now, if you would please leave this show, exit the show, I would be entirely happy to never see you ever again in my life. So, after that, where we at? Where do we So yeah, Giselle was talking about Stacey potentially starting her own business, and she's telling both she and Ashley are saying that if Stacey starts a weed line next season, don't be surprised, right? So then Wendy talked about how happy she was to share the experience of going to the White House with her kids, right? Because I mean, at this point, look at what the White House is. I'm gonna leave it at that, and we ain't gonna talk too much about the White House, but we're just gonna leave it at that, right? So she also did say that she regrets inviting Karen to the White House with her. And she says that when it comes down to Stacy, she's like, why would Stacy lie? Because that would put her in a bad place with the group. And I was like, I agree with that, right? I do believe Stacy is telling the truth. I don't think that she's lying about what Karen said. I 100% think she's telling the truth. Now, Kiarna says, she looking at, which I get where Kiana's coming from too. Looking at what happened with Stacy at in the final episode of this season, Mama, it does look it ain't a good look, right? Because it really does look like you got mad with Karen, and so you're mad with Karen. Let me go spill everything that Karen has said to me before the season aired and throughout the season, right? And Stacy says that, well, that's not really what it was. I'm like, Stacy, it is what it is. You can make it as pretty as you want to make it. But yeah, you stood up for Karen throughout this course of the season with Jacqueline and Mia. Karen can come, defend you at the end of the season. Okay, cool. But it is still Mad Day. Let's just be real about it. It's still Mad Day. So then Wendy says to Stacy, well, Stacy, I wasn't going to say this to you, but, Karen told me that prior to you coming into the group, that there's another educated woman coming into the group and, to be careful of her. And then Giselle is over there talking about Stacy's educated, Stacy's smart. Ma'am, she might be smarter than you are because what you tried to make up a word articulately That's not a word. Articulately is not a word. So shut up. Shut up. I mean, you know what? I was about to go in on you. I'm gonna let you breathe for just a little bit because an educated, smart woman. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I think she does that for sport, but I was gonna let you have it. So then they start talking about Karen once again, right? Because Andy brought up the fact that Jazelle said that when the seasons, they get new girls on the show, Karen takes the new girls out and, she tries to give them a rundown and try to, kind of groom them for her side, right? That is a word that is going around lately is grooming. Because I know on Love and Marriage Huntsville, they said the word grooming. I was like, wow, this word is really going around. But neither here nor there, right? So Stacy, you guys remember Stacy said that Karen took her to the tally ho. Ashley even kind of chimed in and kind of agreed with it. Kiarna, I know. Here's the thing, Kay. I get you, right? I get that Karen was there by your side last season when you went through your whole thing with Deborah, right? I understand it. But Kay, like Wendy said, I would proceed with caution when it comes to Karen. And I'm gonna give you guys a perfect example of why you would proceed. Um, I will give you guys a perfect example of why I would proceed with caution with Karen, right? You got what season was it? Was it season 6 reunion or was it the season 5 reunion? I think it was a season 5 reunion. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but the season 5 reunion when Karen and Candace had gotten into it, and you guys remember after the reunion, Karen went to production on Candace, basically trying to get Candace off the show. But remember, she took Candace under her wings and all that stuff and was, a big sister to Candace, but she went to production on Candace. Like, let's not forget that. So, Kiarna, I get that you like Karen, right? I think we all like Karen, most of us, but proceed with caution with Karen. I think you should proceed with caution with Karen and listen to what Wendy was saying to you. But that's all I got to say. So then we move on. And Jazzy is brought to the reunion stage. And I was like, what the fuck is she doing on this stage? I'm sorry. Like I said earlier, I forgot. I forgot about fucking Jazzy. Yep, when she went to the higher ups. So that's why I say to Kiarna, like, yeah, Karen might be your girl for right now, but like they said, when you don't need Karen anymore, then she'll flip on you. Because, like I said, let's not forget what she did to Candace. So, if she did that to somebody that she literally took up under her wings, was cool with her, and then when the girl read her at the reunion, she went to the higher ups on her trying to get her fired. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, proceed with caution, Kiana. So, Jazzy has the invitations to her wedding. Girl, we don't give a damn. We don't give a damn. So Andy asked her, what team does Darius play for? He plays for the Cowboys. Good luck going back to the Super Bowl, sir. The Dare Show podcast said went to the higher ups saying she was in danger. Not Karen was being a Karen. She was. And I seriously really forgave Karen, really got over that with Karen because that was fucked up. You really tried to take that girl's job. You really tried to take that girl's job. Ooh, yeah, I'm not a Cowboys fan, and I live here in Dallas, and my whole entire family loves the Cowboys, but I'm not. So a viewer asked the question of Jazzy. They said, sounds like you were a side chick and you made the man leave his family. Now, I watched Keisha, aka Calling Me Pink. I watched her interview with the mother of his two kids, right? And she talked about her relationship with Darius, right? And as much as I don't see it for Jazzy, right? What I will say is I feel like Darius played with both the baby mama, which y'all also know I hate that word too, but he played with the baby mama and he played with Jazzy. He was playing them both at the same time, right? But for Jazzy to be so cocky and be like she's not a side chick, basically saying she's the main course, girl, that man was playing with you and playing with the mother of his kids. So shut up. But I thought it was hilarious that the viewer said, "Well, Mia, you as a side chick, how do you feel? What is your 2 cents?" Right? I said, "I know you lying." Yeah, what you say? It was Megan, and she was so shady for that question. Megan was very shady for that question, but I love that question. I loved that question when she said, "Mia, you as a side chick, what's your take?" I was like, "Not Mia as a side chick." I thought when they edited, I was like, "Is Andy still reading the same question?" But it was a good one. It was a good question, right? But that's why I don't see it for Jazzy, because it really do feel like Jazzy wants to diminish that the mother of his kids, but like the timeline don't match up. He was talking to you and talking to her at the same time. So Jazzy go to hell, respectfully. But then Jazzy goes and becomes even more cringier when she says, "If I'm gonna be a side chick, I'm gonna be a side chick for Andy Cohen." I said, "So you're gonna be a side chick for a gay man, a man that wouldn't sleep with you?" Okay, Jazzy. I mean, I guess if that's what you want to say, have fun with it. But you say you'll be a side chick for a gay man. Okay, cool. So after that, Andy moves on and we move over to Ashley. He said, "Ashley, do you know what question I'm about to ask you?" She was like, "About Josh." He said, "It's the same fucking question I ask you every season. When are you getting a divorce?" Well, we can officially say Ashley is divorced. Do I care what's in her divorce decree? Absolutely the fuck not. We don't have to, I didn't even look to see what's in it. Ashley says that she is getting child support and she waived the rights to alimony with the prenup. Who gives a fuck? Do y'all care? Because I sure don't. If y'all care, we can briefly talk about it. What's up, Kiwan? How you doing today? Yeah, if y'all care about Ashley's divorce settlement, I can look it up and we can talk about it. But if not, I don't give one iota of a fuck. Let me know if y'all want to talk about Ashley's divorce in the chat. Hopefully y'all say no. Hopefully y'all say no. Stacy is the opposite. You guys know Stacy is waiving child support, which I think is really stupid, and she's getting the alimony, which I think is okay. Not skip Ash and Jazzy. Okay. Yeah, we can insert the Terrence wave. Yes, because I don't give a damn about Ashley. Now, what I will say was an article that I read, and they said Ashley needs to she got to find a new storyline. Ashley, her mama wig, they can get the departure box. They can't. Okay, y'all say no. We not talking about Ashley. Cool. I'm fine with that. Y'all right up my alley. So then Andy asked Mia about her divorce. Mia says that she's in the final stages of her divorce and she's just waiting for the judge to sign off on it. I said, "Fuck you, Mia. You lying bitch. You lying bitch. Fuck you." Now, y'all, let me say this. Let me clear this up. When I say bitch, I don't mean I'm not calling her a bitch and just saying bitch. I'm just saying bitch out loud. But girl, you lying, and I'm so glad that Jazelle said you lying. So everybody questioned it. We don't care. When it comes to me, I honestly don't give a damn. That's all I can honestly say that, right? So I don't know if it was a viewer question. Y'all can correct me, but somebody asked about GNA, right? And it was a viewer question about the website, because on the website all you see are photos of Jazelle and Ashley, right? So they were asked about, Andy then questions them about the website and if there's still if it's a pair, what they're selling, right? So these two fools said that it is community outreach. I said, "Say what? Run that back." Who? Something to me feel like this is Mia's last season also. Child, I hope so. I hope so. Let me look up this website real quick, because the last time I looked at their website, it was some it was some it was some stuff on it, like some socks and all that kind of stuff. It was some socks on their website. And what I think the socks were sold out, but their website is just it's a front. I don't buy shit that they saying. They can go to hell. But they said it's community outreach. I said, what the fuck does that mean? So then Ashley was like, well, with her finances, I said, say, run that back to me again. I want y'all to be honest with yourselves. GNA was a storyline just like Sheba Sheree was a storyline for Sheree. Now, you guys, y'all know I don't like Robin, right? Their website is probably as empty as Robin's headline. Y'all know I don't like Robin, but I actually can defend Robin when it comes to her hats. So, my best friend is a Robin fan. She loves her some Robin, right? My best friend bought one of those hats, and she actually got the hat. So, those hats were real. I'll give Robin that those hats were real because my best friend is a fan of Robin's and she bought the hat. So that is something I can actually verify for you guys. GNA, I can't. Them ugly ass, ooh, them ugly ass hats, I can verify. So Mia says, so what's next for GNA? And Jazelle said, what did she say? Giselle said, we'll see if you're invited. Mia said, I won't come. Giselle said, good, don't. Mia said, I won't. Mia said, I won't. So then they talked about the GNA fashion show, right? And Giselle, like the only person that I had respect for was Mia and Kay. Not Mia, but Wendy and Kay. Because Wendy and Kay didn't come, but the other girls, they tried to come. Y'all know how I felt about that. I thought they were wrong, and I thought that they were wrong, right? Since Karen put that together last minute, y'all RSVP for Giselle's event. Y'all should have went to Giselle's event, but Giselle also can admit that her anger was for Karen, and that's why she apologized, right? Not to say I will purchase a DI Walmart hat before I buy Robin Butch hats. I mean, me too. I mean, I wouldn't purchase one of Robin's hats, but my bestie did. But that's because she likes Robin. Y'all know me. I don't like Robin. I don't see it for Robin. Robin ain't my girl. Y'all know that when it comes to me. I wouldn't buy one ever. Never. Oh God. I'd rather buy something from Sheba Sheree before I buy one of Robin's hats. All right, you guys. So where we at now? Now, we move on towards the end of the episode, and this is the part of the episode that I thought was very fascinating and very interesting because they mentioned it at one point in the episode about Mia's birthday, her 40th birthday. So there was a whole debacle with Mia's birthday. Mia and her big ass feet would have reimbursed me my motherfucking money, or else I would have went upside Mia's motherfucking head. Period. Point blank. So what happened is Mia invited Stacy and Jazzy to Miami to celebrate her birthday. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So she texts them. They text. I know for a fact Stacy said she's coming, and so Mia said that she hired a POC, and Jazzy and Stacy looked at each other like, huh? And Ashley said a person of contact, right? I was like, okay, cool. Because I was even kind of confused. I was like, POC. I was like, but I kind of thought that's what she was going was a person of contact. So we find out that when Stacy landed in Miami, she texted Mia and told Mia she was there, right? But she never heard from her. So Mia says that she spoke to them, and Stacy said, "You have not spoken to me. You are a liar." Kiwan says, "Yeah, Mia was wrong, AF, and was right." So Stacy said, when people show up for you, you call them. I was like, I agree with you, Stacy. You ain't mad enough for me. You ain't mad enough for me with Mia because that means like you pay for a flight, pay for a hotel, probably about outfits to go and hang out with Mia. Baby, my foot would be all over Mia's thick ass neck. and it wouldn't come off of her motherfucking neck because that bitch she would be running me my coins. Like, girl, you would run me every penny that I paid for that fucking trip, or I would take you to small claims court and sue your ass. One of the two. Either I'm gonna sue you or I'm gonna beat the money out of you. One of them two. So Stacy brought up the text messages, right? And when she was bringing up the text messages, Mia was trying to come up with the lie, saying, "Oh, well, one of the text messages didn't come through." Okay, Mia, I'm a play along with you for just a second, right? So Mia said that she learned they were in town, and she texted both of them, right? She said they went to the restaurant and they left. And Wendy was like, we ain't gonna play that, Mia. She said, what happened is you told them to come to the restaurant at 8, but you didn't show up till 11. And Mia was like, no, I showed up at 9. I was like, girl, 8 to 9 is a whole hour. So you were an hour late to your dinner that you told these two to show up at 8 o'clock. Again, I would be wringing Mia's neck because, girl, you would have me fucked up with Chuck. So this is where Mia said she didn't get the text message. So Andy read the text message, and it was the first message where she invited them. Then Stacy was like, "Oh, of course, babe, I'm gonna come, right?" So then we see as Stacy landed, Stacy said, "I'm in Miami, ready to celebrate your birthday, babe." And then Andy said Mia didn't even read that text message until the next day, and Mia texted Stacy somewhere in the midnight era, asking her, "Where you at, babe?" The way I would have cussed that bitch out, I would have went off on Mia. I would have like, bitch, you got to be out your motherfucking mind to text me at 12 o'clock at night and ask me where the fuck I'm at, but your party, you told me to be at your dinner at 8 o'clock. Girl, you fuck a queen. This queen finna whoop your ass when I see you. Like, this queen gonna whoop your ass when I see you. That girl had the audacity to say, "Queen, where are you, love?" Bitch, I kid you not. I would have been all over her. I would have wrung Mia's neck because that is disrespectful as fuck. And somebody asked, "Well, where was Jacqueline at in all of this?" And they said, "Well, Jacqueline said she was running up behind Ink." Girl, all you do is run up behind Dick, huh? That's all you do is chase Dick. So Wendy says, now I don't know about any of you other ladies, but I didn't get an invitation. Jazelle says she didn't get one. Asher didn't get one. Neither did Kay. So you invited Stacy and Jazzy and then ghosted them. You was a piece of shit, Mia. And then she starts crying. And we're like, whoa, 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 ho, 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 ho. We ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that, Mia. Because Wendy was like, you start crying when you are getting called out, and then you do that crying shit to deflect from what's going on. I was like, absolutely what she's doing. Like, so then she apologized. She's like, I just have a lot going on in my life right now, and I can't be a good friend. Excuse you? So here's the thing with me. Again, like I told y'all, my best friend, who likes Robin, right? Me and her have been friends for this year be 21 years that we've been friends with each other. And we have been through a lot of stuff in our friendship, right? I lost my mom in 2017, and then last year she lost her dad, right? And even through the loss that we've experienced with our parents, we still maintain our friendship, even though we are going through hell, right? We still maintain our friendship. And so that's no excuse, Mia. Like, that ain't no excuse, Mia. They ate Mia the F up they did. Baby, if we all got pain. I ain't gonna sing it to you guys. Oh, that is my movie. That is my movie. I know every scene in that movie. But yes, Effie, we all got pain. Like, girl, go to hell. So then they broke. I guess they went to lunch. I wasn't listening. Sorry, guys, but I know we see them backstage. So Mia tries to go and apologize to Jazzy and Stacy. I love the fact that Stacy was like, girlfriend, not accepting your apology. So then she left out of the dressing room crying. Mia, girl, You can miss me with this shit. Mia is full of it. I can't with Mia. I can't with Mia. I can't with Mia. You know you wrong. You know you're wrong. Like how do you that's fucked up. How do you invite people on a trip for your birthday and then stand them up? Like, girl, like I said, I would have my foot would be permanently planted all over me. But again, she would run me my motherfucking money. Like I wouldn't let that go. I would not let that go. I would cash app her. I would Venmo her. If anything, like girl, you gonna pay me my money back. I don't give a hot diggity dog. Damn, you gonna pay me my fucking money back. That is ridiculous. Like that's fucked up. That shows that you have a lack of respect for those girls to do that to them. Kiwan says Stacy hit Mia with the draw for Uno. She did. But yeah, you guys, that was part one of the reunion. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. So you guys, I'm gonna get off of here and I gotta do Baddies, Midwest, and Married to Medicine. Let me say this before we get to Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine is gonna be pre-recorded as always. You guys, I know we're gonna have some differing opinions when it comes to Married to Medicine. I know people because I already saw it online that people have one opinion about King and one opinion about Dr. G. Let me say this real quick for anybody who's gonna watch that video. You guys, this is my channel. My name is on this channel. These are my opinions. If you guys agree with what I say, that's fine. If you guys don't agree with what I say, that's fine as well. But we're going to be respectful over here. And we're going to be respectful of people in the comments too, right? If I see anything disrespectful towards me or anybody in the comments, I will be blocking and deleting. Period, point blank. Like, I'm not going to deal with it, you guys. Like, for real. This is a fucking show. Like, Married to Medicine is a show. We don't know none of them motherfuckers on this show. Not one of them we know. There are, they do reach out to YouTubers, but we don't know them personally. We are watching an edited show. These people film for 3 months or more. They have a set schedule. They cut and paste, they cut shit out of the episode. So we don't have context of every fucking thing. But again, the number one thing is we don't know them. They don't know us. Now, if y'all do personally know them, fine, cool. I don't give a damn. But my opinion is going to be my opinion. If you, like I said, respect it or not, that's fine. But be respectful of what I say in my video, and we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. But if you want to feel froggy and want to be disrespectful in the comments, as my friend Yah says, the block is hot. The block is hot, and you will be blocked. That's all I gotta say, you guys. Like Kiwan said, be respectful. That's all I'm asking you guys. Just be respectful of people in my comments. If we on the panels, be respectful of my people be respectful of everybody on the panel, and we fine. I ain't gonna have no issues. But the minute that I see disrespect, then you're gonna be blocked. But that's all I got, you guys. So, like I said, I'll see you guys from Married to Medicine and Baddies. Also, you guys, now, y'all's in the chat. You guys know the Whether You Like It or Not panel, Real Housewives of Potomac. They'll be live tonight. Again, now I don't know whose channel that they're gonna be on. Y'all can tell y'all in the live chat if he's still in here who platform they're gonna be on. But they will be reviewing. They will be talking about last night's reunion. Okay, so they're gonna be on Really B's platform, you guys. So go over to Really B's platform and watch the panel. I actually will be in a live chat tonight because I want to see what my girl Really B got to say about Karen. I know she's gonna pull out that fucking candle. I know she's gonna pull out that fucking candle, and I'm here for it. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Again, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, and I will see you guys later. So also, you guys know that on Wednesday I have Beverly Hills, the review, and then we'll have the panel, which I think our panel this week is going to be back on Scotty's channel this week. I think because Belle did it last week. So yeah, it will rotate back to Scotty this week. And then I have Married at First Sight. Oh, she gonna be swinging in. She is really be gonna be swinging at the air all night, and I'm gonna be in there watching her because she gonna be defending Karen. I hope, well, maybe she's not gonna be defending Karen, but I know the minute y'all really go in, if T go in on her, or even y'all, if y'all go in on Karen in that damn review, really be gonna be swinging with that damn candle. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. I hope I entertained you guys somewhat. But yeah, like the video, you guys, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notifications, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video, you guys. Until then, bye y'all.